All right, this book is called The Perfect Picnic. This was another one I really liked when I was little and growing up. The Perfect Picnic. It was the first day of summer. Goose jumped out of bed and ran to the window. The sun was shining brightly. "What a perfect day for Hen's picnic," she said. She took out her sundress, her sandals, and her sunglasses. As she got dressed, she hummed a little song. "This outfit is just right for a hot summer day," said Goose as she skipped down her front walk. Just then, a big cloud covered the sun. A cool breeze began to blow. Goose shivered. "I'm too chilly in this sundress now." She went back inside and put on long pants and a jacket. Goose hurried to the pond. She got into her boat and began to row to Hen's house. Suddenly, something landed on her head. Goose looked up. "Oh no," she cried. Dark storm clouds were moving across the sky. Plip, plop, plip, plop. More drops landed on Goose. It began to pour. Goose rowed back to her island as fast as she could. She rushed into her house and took off her wet clothes. Then she called Hen. "How can we have our picnic in the rain?" Goose asked Hen. "Oh, it's just a passing shower," said Hen. "It will clear up. Hurry, Duck and I are waiting for you." Goose put on her raincoat and boots and got out her umbrella. Then she headed outside for the third time. When Goose got to the pond, she saw that her boat was filled with water. So she began to bail out the boat. "It will take hours to get all this water out," she complained. "Now we'll really be late." At last the boat was empty. Goose got in and began to row. When she got a little way out, she noticed that the rain had stopped. The dark clouds were moving away. Goose took off her raincoat and boots. She rowed on. Now the sky had turned a lovely shade of blue. The sun was shining. "I'm roasting in these pants," said Goose. "I'd better go home and change my clothes." So Goose rowed back across the pond. She hopped out of the boat and headed up the path to her house. But when she tried to open the door, it was locked. "Oh dear, where's my key?" she cried. It wasn't in her bag, and it wasn't in her pocket. "I'll have to climb through the window." Luckily, the window wasn't locked. Goose opened it and squeezed through. She landed on the floor with a thud. Then she quickly brushed herself off and headed into the bedroom. As she put on her sundress, a button popped off. "Oh no," Goose said. "I'll never get to the picnic at this rate." She quickly sewed on the button and finished dressing. Oh my, look at this. When Goose opened the door, she couldn't believe her eyes. The sun wasn't shining. Everything was dark and wet. It was raining again. "That does it," she shouted. "I'm not going anywhere today. I've had nothing but bad luck." Goose called Hen again. But before she could say anything, Hen began to speak. "We can't have a picnic today, that's for sure. It's pouring here. Maybe tomorrow. Goodbye." Goose said goodbye and hung up. What a terrible day, Goose said miserably. Everything has gone wrong, and now I have nothing to do. Goose sat in her chair and stared out at the rain. Soon she began to doze. The sound of the doorbell woke her up. When Goose opened the door, she saw Hen and Duck. They had a large picnic basket. We didn't want to waste all of this delicious food, said Hen, so we decided to bring it here. We can have the picnic indoors, said Duck. That's a great idea, said Goose. Come on in. Oh, look at this. Look what's in Duck's hat. Isn't that funny? Little fish. Oh. The three friends began to prepare for the picnic. They spread a blanket on the floor, then they put out all the food. It was a feast. Wow. Something is missing, said Hen. There's no sunshine. I have just the thing, said Goose. She brought over a large lamp and turned it on. Bright, warm light shone down. That's better, said Hen. Now all we need is a breeze. Goose turned on a little fan. A light breeze began to blow. This is just like a real picnic, said Hen. The only thing missing is the ants, said Duck. We can do very well without those, said Goose. Everyone laughed and munched on their sandwiches. When I got up this morning, I said it was a perfect day for a picnic, said Goose. It certainly hasn't been a perfect day, but this is a perfect picnic. The end.